Since the last update following the Bitcoin crash, nothing interesting happened in the crypto markets. Bitcoin was up and down, trending sideways in the 60k to 72k range. But sooner or later this will end, and most likely we will see the next leg up towards the 100k mark. Lately we've been seeing signs that indicates this next leg up, and the leg up might be really close. During these few months, we've been accumulating altcoins, rebalancing our portfolio, and now we have 100% of our capital invested. In this video, I will talk about investing psychology, what to do in periods like this, what I personally expect. I will show you the tokens we currently have in our portfolio, and finally I will sort our 350 coin crypto research spreadsheet to find the best coins to buy right now. If you are new here and want to see more content like this, make sure to drop a like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. It really helps out this channel. Hello everyone and welcome to Trade Smart Crypto Journey, where we attempt to turn $1,000 portfolio into $10,000 in the upcoming bull cycle. Without wasting any time, let's get right into it. First of all, I have to mention that I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is financial advice, these are just my opinions based on my previous experience and research. So let's start off with the current situation of the crypto market. After the recent Bitcoin halving, the market has experienced a significant downturn, with Bitcoin dropping below the 60,000 level. This had led to widespread fear and uncertainty, transitioning from previous euphoria. But historically speaking, post-halving periods often see drawdowns before more explosive gains. This pattern is consistent with past cycles. In conclusion, what happened in the last 3 months is nothing extraordinary. We saw the same behavior in the past cycles. Talking about altcoins is a more interesting topic. We all know that Bitcoin already reached and surpassed its previous all-time high. But what about altcoins? To find out, we need to take a look on the Total 3 index. This index excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum, but includes the top 125 altcoins market caps. So basically, if you want to measure how altcoins are doing, just take a look on the Total 3 and see where it stands compared to its previous highs and lows. The last cycle's top of the Total 3 was around a 1.1 trillion. Then during the bear market, the lowest point was at 280 million, and currently it sits at around only 670 million. This means that the overall altcoin market is around only halfway up to its previous cycle top. This is great news for everyone who are more focused on altcoins, as it suggests that the real altcoin rally is just yet to begin. Next, let's talk about how to treat this market and how to manage a portfolio in a market like this. The most important is to avoid making impulsive decisions based on short-term market movements. Maintain a long-term perspective, focusing on the overall trend and fundamentals. There are 3 types of accounts that needs to be managed differently. The first type is when you have all of your capital invested. The second is when you have around 50% invested, and the third is when you have 0% invested. If you are someone who had everything invested at the beginning of the correction, you were in the worst position. The reason is that you probably not taken enough profits or any profits, and have no capital to invest if a correction occurs. If you are someone like that, but you've done your research on the projects you have invested, you have limited options. You can either just huddle and wait out the correction, you can panic sell and be in a 30 to 60% realized loss, or you can rebalance your portfolio. If I were in this position, I would choose the first or the last option, either to huddle or to rebalance. But what is rebalancing? If you are in our Discord as a smart trader or smart investor tier member, you probably saw a few rebalances I've done. For example, I sold my GT token holdings to buy other altcoins. Rebalancing is basically when you sell one of your positions to either control your risk or to invest the new capital into other higher quality projects. But keep in mind, rebalancing is way different than panic selling. Usually the project you sell in a rebalance is something that you change your mind about or already wanted to get rid of. When you want to do rebalancing, wait until Bitcoin recovers a bit and sell the coin you wanted to. After that, wait until Bitcoin starts to go down and buy into the new coin you wanted. This way you will probably sell at a good price, as Bitcoin usually drives altcoin prices too, and you will buy at a low price. The way I did this is the following. When I saw the correction occurring, I decided which coins I want to sell. It doesn't matter if they are in a profit or loss. Then I looked up which coins I want to buy. After that, I checked the last 7 days performance of these coins And if I saw a coin that I wanted to buy drop much more in the last 7 days than the coin I want to sell, I would sell the coin I wanted to get rid of and buy the coin I wanted to invest in. This way I was able to decrease the position I wanted and increase those that I wanted without spending any more of my capital, and I also got in the coins I see more potential in at a cheaper price. And obviously the panic sell option is the worst. If you choose that, you are almost 100% guaranteed to lose money and mess up your portfolio. Keep in mind that in the crypto market, losses are only losses if you realize them. In a pullback like this, you probably don't want to realize any losses. You want to wait out until everything settles and the next leg up comes. But obviously this does not mean to hold a coin forever until it goes to zero. Just be comfortable with these 30 to 60% losses. Most of the time, if you invested in a good project, they will recover. I know it's hard to see your portfolio drop by 30 to 60%, but historically, in this state of the market, in this kind of correction, HODL is the way to go. But what about if you are someone with 50% already invested? Then congratulations, you did not let the FOMO catch you. You probably did your research on both the projects and market cycles and expected a more serious correction. In this case, the way to go is to dollar cost average or invest on the way down into good projects that you haven't invested in yet, or you can also do rebalancing I mentioned before. And if you are someone who has 0% invested, you either took profits on the first rally up, or you just noticed that the bull run has begun. Either way, you are in a good position. The only thing to do is to buy on the dips when you see a strong crash and establish a nice portfolio. And finally, before revealing the coins in our portfolio and sorting the spreadsheet to find the best coins to buy right now, let me tell you what I expect to happen in the upcoming weeks and months. As we just passed the Bitcoin halving event, there is no question what is most likely to happen next. And that is the main bull market, the biggest leg up after we are through this sideways period. But how long this sideways period will last? To determine that, let's take a look on the charts. Looking at Bitcoin's daily chart, the first thing we notice that we have a really strong support level right here. It touched and bounced once, twice, 3 times. Once it broke below but quickly recovered, and it touched once more in the beginning of May. So we can safely say that this is a strong rejection zone, and in my opinion we are unlikely to go much lower than this level. The other thing I think is very important is that we are seeing lower highs, lower lows, here too, and here. And lastly, we got the lower high right here. After this point, we can see a reverse head and shoulders pattern appear, which comes with a higher low and a new higher high. This point here is a clear market structure shift, and if we are able to hold the latest higher low level, which is right here, we could see Bitcoin going up and breaking above its previous all-time high. So at this point I have 2 scenarios in mind. We can either see this right now, or we can see something like this, a retest into this area which is an imbalance or fair value gap, then bouncing back and continuing upwards. Looking at the timeline, the second breakout point I drew up was at the beginning of July, and that matches up with my expectations. For now, we can see that the previous downtrend is broken and the price starts to trend upwards. In summary, expect potential sideways movement or further small corrections in the short term. Market stabilization, particularly for Bitcoin, is necessary before seeing another leg up. Be prepared for continued volatility and use it as an opportunity to accumulate valuable assets. And now let's see your portfolio. Here in the top section you can see our biggest market cap holdings. Here are the categories of those coins and their symbol. Obviously we have some ETH and Link. We have some Near Protocol. My favorite ones are in bold. I have to admit that I might have a bit too much coins. I will be working on to decrease these numbers and only keep the best ones. Next we have our mid-cap category. In the mid-cap we have a few Launchpad tokens, a few gaming tokens, some DeFi, and 1 social token too. A few coins you should take a look on are S-Fund, ChainGPT because it's in the AI category, DSO, GLMR, UOS as it's really cheap now, and Myra as it's a layer 2 and ZK rollup. Moving on in the small cap category, which are the under 100 million but above 10 million market cap coins, we have a few new ones, like Trade and ZF. I want to highlight Trade as they have a great partnership with MasterCard and its price is really low now. Also, Wagmi Games dropped a lot in the past weeks. Corium is another great project. And the ZERC, which was previously DERC, has recently had a nice run up. And it's in the gambling horse racing industry. And finally, in the under 10 million market cap category, we have only one, and that is Metastrike. This is the most risky investment we have, but I can see it pump if the gaming narratives come back. Okay, now let me show you the 350 coin crypto research spreadsheet, and let's sort it to find the best altcoins to buy right now. Here you can see our crypto research spreadsheet. I have updated it on the 31st of March, but I usually update it every other day. So let's get started with the sorting. First of all, I will sort the aggregate rating, which is the rating on CoinMarketCap websites for each coin. I want to see at least a 3.5. So I will hide everything that has less than 3.5. This rating is based on the audit services that rate these projects. Next, I will check the overall rating given by Certic Skynet. They rate most of the coins, so it's a good comparison if you want to compare hundreds of coins. I will delete everything that has lower than 65 rating. Moving on, we have the AI ratings. I used AI chatbots like ChatGPT and Gemini to rate these projects based on various aspects like its tokenomics, its team, its roadmap, technology, community, and so on. Here at the end we have the overall rating. Let's sort this from largest to smallest. And I will delete everything that has lower than 8 rating. Next, we have the percentage changes in the last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. As I'm looking for good coins to invest in, I want to see some kind of uptrend or recovery in the past 30, 60, or 90 days. So let's sort the projects by the last 90 days. And if a project couldn't go up by at least 10% in the last 30, 60, or 90 days, then I don't want to invest in that. So for example, this coin has a 7% gain in the last 30 days, but 68% loss and 78% loss in the 60 and 90 days. So I will highlight these and hide, and do the same with all the others. The first one, which has at least a 10% gain, is this one, so I will leave that. This also gets deleted, and so on. Okay, I hid all of those coins. Now let's take a look on the 24-hour and 7 days. As we want to get in cheap in these projects, I want to see at least some kind of pullbacks in the last 7 days or 24 hours. Let's sort that. At least I would like to see a 5% pullback in either the last 7 days or the last 24 hours. So let's hide everything that doesn't meet that criteria. Next, as we want to invest in low cap altcoins, let's sort the coins by market cap. On the top we have the above $10 billion market cap coins, then the above 1 billion, and then these are the under 1 billion market cap coins. I would say any coin under 5 billion have upside potential. So I hit those two that doesn't meet that criteria. Next, let's take a look on the market cap divided by the fully diluted market cap. Here I usually like to see at least a 25%, which means that at least 25% of all the tokens are currently in the circulating supply. We have only one coin that doesn't meet that criteria, so let's hide that. At near the end we have the CoinCodex price predictions. These are collected from the CoinCodex website. I don't usually put much trust in this, but we can hide the ones with the least upside potential according to CoinCodex. Let's go with the under 1.5. And finally, at the end we have all of the crypto influencers. These are YouTubers and their recommendations. So any coin that was recommended by a specific YouTuber will get a 1, like here. And when these YouTubers did not mention these coins, it will get a 0. I watched over 100 videos and collected this data, so let's see what it tells us. Here in this column we have all of the recommendations by individual YouTubers. Let's sort it. And in this column there are my go-to influencers. What I usually like to see is that a coin got recommended by at least 2 individual YouTubers or at least one of my go-to influencers. So let's hide everything else that doesn't meet that criteria. And we are done with the sorting. We only have 4 coins left. I might have been a bit too strict on this sorting, but if you are one of our Patreon supporters, you can try out this same spreadsheet and do it yourself. Here we have 4 coins recommended. IMX, that's a gaming coin, GRT, Trek, and ZERC. I am already invested into 2 of these. Let's check those. ZK Race is a gaming or gambling project which specializes in horse racing. It only has 33 million market cap, and according to CoinMarketCap it has all of its tokens in circulation. In the last year it went up as high as 66 cents, and now it's down to 28 cents. So it's at a 50% discount right now. Let's see IMX. ImmutableX is the top gaming coins out there. It already has a 3 billion market cap, which might be a bit high, but if you take a look on the price action, in the current cycle it went up as high as 3.7 and it's now down at 2.2. In this crypto cycle, in my opinion, it will at least go back to its previous high, but most likely it will surpass it. And that wraps up today's video. As always, thank you all for watching. If you want to support my work and get access to our full portfolio, crypto research spreadsheet, and see my live trades, check out our Patreon and become a smart investor or a smart trader tier member. Also, if you like this video, let me know by dropping a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Have an amazing day, and until next time, trade smart.